Ladies and gentlemen, hi, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. As a quick roundup from what we did last time, basically we made very little progress. We played some bulls and failed miserably. We talked to the police station and they gave us sweet FA. We failed to get this hanged man from the tree, but we did talk to him, and isn't that something? I will preface this, as of recording, this is my birthday weekend. Had a couple of drinks, a couple of smokes, so maybe I'm a little bit more inebriated than normal, but hey, if you're watching this on a Saturday night or Friday night, whenever in the near future you're watching this, have a drink, let's drink together and enjoy the game. So I'm thinking, so last time we had a conversation with Kim Kitsuragi, he was talking about talking to the union man, who is basically in charge of the guys who are potentially the, how would I say, the criminals who murdered that chap on the tree. So we're going to try and see if we can talk to him. So we're going to go over there and see who we can talk to on the way there. There's a chap with a handsome looking magazine rack. We'll have a quick look at the magazine rack before we talk to him directly. Jump Jam's a popular music magazine. And a glossy mag, most able-bodied men. This issue hosts a top 10 list. Well, clearly, we are at least on the top. Maybe not 10, maybe not 20, but we've got a number at the very least. Oh, by the way, let's have a quick look at our bags and all these orange bits before we move on. What cool things have we got? We've got we've got Kim's handkerchief. That's a vibe. We've also got an instant photo of what was going on there. Can you outfit as well?
A web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
I'm just going to say before I carry on, I completely forgot that I was charging my phone into my computer, so I will disconnect it now. So if it makes a disconnecting sound, it's not your computer, it's my computer. There we go. Look at that. Marvellous. Anyway, moving on. Photos, all sorts of nonsense going on.
It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Who are you?
Gone.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Put the photo away. Oh, well, I was expecting a bit more than that. Can we talk to the handkerchief? No, we cannot. Okay, what's our current vibes? Run the number on the victim's armor. Oh, we could do that by talking to the radio. Ask him what they know about the kid. Oh, we could get briefed. That's quite useful. Where's the rest of the armor? That was the dead man's boots. We can ask Kuna, but I don't know about you guys, but I've got quite the hatred of Kuna. I just don't like him. There's something about a young person swearing unnecessarily while sober. It's just not a vibe for me. Getting the body down. Yep, that's our main day one task. And if I can double check, what time is it? It's almost halfway through the day, so we certainly need to get that done. And the victim's tattoos. Ask around about tattoos' possible meaning. So, there we go. It's not a butterfly over the lower back, but we'll take it. Let's have a chat with this chap.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Oh, snap.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
God, Kim, you tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Limbo? What's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
It's a French thing, more like.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Oh, it's currently called a race lorry driver. Was it called a race lorry driver earlier on? Oh, it was straight up from the back. Okay, fair enough. I did not notice that. So clearly he's been pegged for a certain kind of role here.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Go on, Kim.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Okay, how can we back up Kim? Fuck her, Kim. I've got your back. Punch him on the shoulder. Well, I think we've all learned something today. Smart lorry driver. Now, this is the sensible thing. And if I was quite sober, this is probably the way I'm going to go. However, after a couple of drunky poos, fuck 'em, Kim. Take 'em on.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lorry driver spits.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smouldering between his fingers. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Nah, mate, we're not bested. What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
He spits on the ground.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Ah, yes, a conversation about biological determinism. That's, Don't get me wrong. I understand that there maybe is like an academic, philosophical conversation to be had in emphasis on the word in general about shit like that. But also, you're so racist, that makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
So, this is an episode that I wish I was not drunk on, because I wish I could make some very poignant points about this kind of stuff. Okay, what else you thought up? I can really tell you're a prime example. A little bit of sarcasm, that's how we'll roll with this.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
I'm a firm believer that whenever any society fails, it's purely because of middle managers and senior leadership teams of companies having too many meetings. But maybe that's just me working in a school. Okay, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Wait, what's this cultural victory?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Well, like, if you want your culture to win, why don't you just make better music and better films and better books and, relate to people more using your actual creativity? But, I mean, that's just me personally.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Now, you see, this is an interesting topic because quite often, being an Englishman, quite a lot of our culture has something to do with like Americans and whatnot. And a lot of the kids that I work with these days use lots of American slang and whatnot. And I think that's because they're watching a lot more American TV. And I think the reason for that is because the American TV relates a lot more to what they're interested in than English TV. And you get lots of English people that are really, really bitter about this. And I'm just wondering with those people, it's like, hey, well, if you want English TV or English music or etc., etc., to be more relevant to the kids, why don't you just make better English stuff? I mean, that's what I'm trying to do for my books anyway. I mean, granted, my books are horror and kids can't read them because it's, age inappropriate, but hey ho, that's fine. I think I can get down with racism. No, I don't think I can. I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Okay, sure, whatever. I'd rather talk about something else. Oh, do we stick it to the man, or do we remain neutral for the sake of the case? Now, I'm sure that Kim has got some emotional feelings inside him, but as a professional policeman, we're just trying to get answers. So while personally I would like to tell him to go fuck himself, I am going to go for this more neutral option here, as much as it disdains me to.
Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but that won't help you avoid the calamity to come.
Lieutenant Kitsurage's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense something there, below. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
Oh no, Kim, come on, no, we didn't wriggle out of it. We're remaining professional. That's what we're trying to do here.
What happened? Did your balls shrivel up? You had plenty of chances to get off this road, but no, you let this guy keep talking. Then, when the time came to make your choice, you tried to split the difference. Weak.
No, oh, damn it, authority. That was not the intention. That was not the intention. We wanted to get his ideas out and then remain professional. But, to be fair, no. Hindsight's 2020, and yes, fair play. I should have told him to go fuck himself. But I'm a policeman, goddammit. I'm trying to solve a murder, not trying to solve racism. Okay, we're done for now. Let's just leave. Let's walk away with our tail in between our legs. There's a bin here. Let's take some drugs, I guess. This is the shop, I think, that Kim mentioned to us before about finding some drugs that could help us deal with a dead body. So we'll just explore here. We don't need it, but we'll quite an aesthetically nice place. Melancholy pop song plays on the radio, probably Kesha.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
So stealing something. We're not going to do it anyway, but I just want to check how confident we could be in stealing it. It's 8%. What cops are we? We don't steal. We're protectors of the people. What's that? Point at the raincoat.
What is what? It's a raincoat.
Alright, sorry.
If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
She taps on the glass counter. The raincoats patiently await purchase.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
Well, you know what? We don't need a raincoat. We've got gloves and a wrench. That's fine. Let's talk this bitch. I mean, woman.
Welcome
sorry.
to
I'm
Frick.
so sorry.
Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover, boasting a colourful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Well, fair enough.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
I approve of this very futuristic tap on the girls kissing. I mean, yeah. Words can't describe, but I certainly agree with this. Forget about all that. What's the Fashion Police feature? Yeah, Fashion Police. Let's go with that.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Oh, of course, like Content Cop, way back when, if you were old enough to remember that. For some reason, Fashion Police just made me instantly think about, well, the Rozzers, I guess. Point to her hat. I bet your hat would take the prize.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
What? Why?
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Yeah, Kim, tell her. Before we go on, what is this Frit?
I don't know. Frit?
Oh, Frit, sorry. And what is... Oh, sorry, actually, even better. Why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Now, being an Englishman, I don't know much about the French, because obviously mortal enemies from birth. But from what I understand, pomme de frites means chips, or to any Americans in the channel, fries. So, like, maybe it's like chips retail? Maybe, I don't know, but with an extra T, I don't know what that means. And let's proceed, I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She puts down the magazine. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really? Does it mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
Great, cool. If you've ever had a conversation with a teenager, this is exactly how it works. Honestly, going to work, this is the basic conversation I have. How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
She scratches her nose. Well, thank you for your help.
Uh-huh.
Cool, clerk. Thanks for that. Let's have a look at this old,
The
box
tear
over here.
machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
What is this machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Yes, but what is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
I see, and how do I pick up tear from the tear machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so... Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Somewhere.
Thank you for being really useful, shop clerk. But I get it, you know, life's hard. Yellow roses, dozens of them, tulips too. Yeah, I used to work in a, well, not a shop, but it was a, how would one describe it? I was a pot wash one time, and after a shift at work, I had no brains to talk to people, so I can vibe with that. What's this cabinet
A
going
small
on?
cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
What do these products do?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is...
She stops.
I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Oh, kind of like oh, what is that? From Brave New World, like Soma, but just like less intense, I guess. Can you be a little bit more specific?
No, sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
Ah, fair play, Brick Clerk. Who is Saint Baptiste?
Saint Baptiste. You know, the pharmaceuticals company.
Alright, like Booper.
Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste. That one. There.
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named because that's what it is. A rare case where that really is the full etymological history. As far as almost anyone knows, at least.
Well, okay, fair enough. Well, I don't think... Oh, okay, so if we hover our mouse over it, it explains what they do. So 1 plus health, 3 plus health, 1 plus morale, 3 plus morale. Oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Well, we're good on the morale. We've got loads of magnesium. Health is not amazing, but we could take one more hit before we need to invest in more stuff. And to be honest, we've got 60 pence on us, or 60 whatever the pence version of real is, so we can't afford shit. So we're going to leave casually, because if we know what we're doing. Okay, let's have a look at all these guys. The chap shaking his fist in the air. Let's see what he wants.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbour gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns towards you. He's a full head taller than everyone else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
We're not here to fuck with anyone, we're just here to fuck. Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
We're to fight for a cause. What is the cause? You know, we're going to remain neutral. We're going to try to be nice to everyone. Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
A scab leader, okay.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
So I've got a mixed... IRL, got a mixed relationship with unions and stuff. I think sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
It's like Antifa, but taller and more alpha, which is definitely not Antifa. Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man hollers in return. I want to get into the harbour too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and terse.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Ooh, okay, mister. Why so tense?
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
That's exactly what a tense man would say, Mr. Scab Leader.
Yes, he's tense.
Ooh.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Come on, Kim.
Pity. Let us work!
Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily greying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
That's quite a masculine growl, to be fair. I do quite like that.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
Ooh, some subtle capitalist versus socialist critiques going on here. Ooh.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
I'll be honest, in the grand scheme of capitalist versus socialist and all that jazz, I don't quite understand the economy. I'm more of a moralist kind of guy. I could talk about moralism for eons and eons. When it comes to the economy, do any of us know how it works? I don't personally, so here we go. Anyway, I've got to ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. To be fair, earlier on, Kim Kitsuragi was asked by the racist chap over there where he's from, or basically, welcome to Revachol. So is it right for us to ask that ourselves? I mean, we are cops, so we are allowed to be a little bit racist. So, routine, part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Never heard of it. Are you lying?
We're done here.
Haha.
Strike to break.
Well, there's one thing we know. It's the bars in Jamrock. Yeah, go sod yourself. Okay, so we've got an extra skill that we can upgrade. However, so if you remember from last episode, I upgraded one specific skill, like endurance, to make sure that we can have an extra try at something. So I'm not going to upgrade anything until we've got a skill that we need, or a skill test that we need to pass. So I'm going to hold on to that skill for now. That's the logic that I'm going for. No bottle that. Ah, I wish I had a bag. Where is the bag that I can get? Right, we'll find that later. Hold on, maybe find this in this bin over here. Lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Well, that's how a strike works, isn't it? Alright, so I've talked to the capitalist. Let's talk to the socialist on the other end. A scab asks a man with jolly eyes tilting his head. What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where do they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
Oh, like worms. You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Nod, have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
I mean, I get that. I don't know how familiar you guys are with the miners' strikes in the UK. Although a couple of guys during those times, during the Margaret Thatcher times, who tried to break strike. I kind of understand the animosity between those two guys. I don't like I say, I'm not an economy kind of guy. I don't quite understand how money works. 'Cause I've never had money in my life. But yeah, sorry, we'll carry on. I'm not a scab. I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? to the Wild North. Come to see the strife?
Ah, the Wild North. Do we tell him? Oh, we do need money. I'm a bit short of money right now. Can you give me some of it?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
He flips a coin towards you. Oh, well, that's quite nice of him. Try to catch it.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers and falls to the ground.
Bugger.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such. Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The boyardero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi picks up the coin and hands it to you. Appreciated.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
That is one thing I'll say about the more socialist types of people, that they are very much people or well, when I say that, it's a good... You can never say one group of people are exactly like this, can you? Because we're all different, even in our groups. But generally, emphasis on the word generally, socialists do tend to be a little bit more human-orientated. And that's coming from a person who is not a humanist. I am centre-right. If one can describe a chap in political compass terms, I guess. Moving on to, do we tell him... I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation.
Body still hanging in the tree? Hey, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
That's simple. I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
That's Measurehead.
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him,
Ah, right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Ah,
then go past him again,
okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Well, I mean, Kim's got a gun, so potentially we could just shoot him in the dick. Has anyone ever bested him in physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Has any of the scabs tried converting... Sorry, can I read the sentence again? Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Ah, Jean-Luc Picard of the Starship Enterprise. He is a thinker, to be honest. Got it. Another thing.
Sure.
What's the strike about, anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Well, I'd love to ask him if I can get past the blooming Somalia supremacist.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the Union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Cool. In that case, I won't talk about the murder just yet. I don't want to give out... well, I suppose I don't want to play all my cards just yet. We'll roll with it. So we'll... A little bit of a look. Oh, there's a door. Hello, door. Locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking on this one. There's another green thing over there. That's still... Ah, no, it's still there. Notice, in case of a strike, press button behind guard. Ah, great, nice one. You're the right stuff, Measurehead. Measurehead's amazing. Ah, a tall 2.5 meter man surrounded by women. Not that I've ever experienced this in my life.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Authority, say nothing, size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
Well, I expected you to be more threatening, but you've got a French accent. Therefore, you are also no threat to me. Okay. Well, to be fair, he is a lot bigger than we are. So let's, even though he is French, let's be calm. My body's unimportant. I'm with the police, and we need to get into the harbour.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he was smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al Ghul, I assume it means Al... Well, we'll ask him about it. Wait, Al Ghul.
Yes, Al Ghul.
But what is... Haha, I feel like we've been asking this question quite a lot. But what is Al Ghul?
Al Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
I was gonna say, with a current mug of vodka and Pepsi Max, I think, or full fat Pepsi, I can't quite remember. I'm personally offended by this. The Ilmaran people did not invent alcohol. It existed since the Neolithic. Yeah, fuck him.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and the Rolam Al Ghul have fed your people. Go on believing in it, race loser.
Lord of mercy. I don't think that's how history works.
Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
The babe looks at him with eyes full of admiration that transcends the mere sexual. Okay, alright, well, how about you go fuck yourself? I don't have a problem with alcohol, I just drink a little on the weekends.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Oh, the ham still got it, baby. First, let me make this clear. I'm not a drunk, I'm a cop. I just have a drink every now and then. Everyone does. I mean, don't get me wrong, our character, start at the beginning of the story, not in the best situation, but we're reformed now. We are better than what we are.
The ethanol fungus is deep within your nervous system, pulling the strings. You are merely its pupa now. I see no hope for you or your kind.
I am the police and I need you to comply now. Take a step closer.
Jerking motions, signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Look, right, there's nothing wrong with being obsessed about potatoes. You can boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, to make lovely golden chips. I have no idea what you're on about, Mr. 2.5 meter tall man with your frivolous pop culture and whatnot.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Right, steady on there, Austin Powers. Calm down.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
Okay, how do we do this? He's clearly taller than us. Do we try and be rational? Do we push him out of the way? You're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from a tree. I don't want to say he's right about all this, because that's just... Because he's not. He's a dickhead. Regardless of skin colour, regardless of background, if you say so-and-so race better than so-and-so race because of X, Y, Z, then you're a dick. I'm not massively into that kind of politics and stuff. I'm like I said, I'm a moralist rather than a economicist or a racialist. I'm all about blooming your brain, innit? It was your people who put that dead body up there. I can't accuse them of anything. Let's ask... Fuck it, push him out of the way. Let's be chads. Ah.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simenang Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Well, being British, we will steal your artifacts from said museum and bring them to our own museum.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Whoa, 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 there's nothing wrong with homosexual art. Bloomin' Freddie Mercury and the other guy, David Bowie. I don't know if he was a gay, but no, he made beautiful music. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Oh, don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbour, seemingly bored with you. Well, to be fair, at least it's not a skin colour thing. So I suppose Measurehead has got at least that going for him. Which is not saying much. But it's something, gosh darn it.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! We are not communists, good sir. We are free-speaking liberals, maybe, or something.
Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Well, there is a debate to be had about that, about individualism versus communalism, I guess. If you're always going for the individual, then you don't care about the people near you. If you always go for the people near you, you don't care about yourself. It's like every single question in the whole wide world, isn't it? It's all about meeting that happy medium. My jam is the mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
Ah, rock and roll shit. I've gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
Ah, so some cracks in the old racial theory there, Mr. Measurehead.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, so I'll ask, who are the Seminoles?
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you.
Ah, but you're talking to a British man. A culture who dominated, what was it, 1/3? 1/5? Fractions were never my thing, but we did some shit. And you with your 2.5 meter tall things, you might be really, really tall, but you can't stand up to musket fire.
We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you're born and raised on an island before you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the Pale.
Ah, the Pale. So you did not come from these islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So you're not really Seminoles, you're just from Revachol?
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting that dead body down from the tree.
Go on, Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
Haha, I see. Being really hopeful there.
That will be the...
That'll be a lucky racist. How do you think they'll be next? Actually, yeah, that will be our lucky racist.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Only if we rub his lamp quite well.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits. A protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
So this reminds me of a racial theory from the Roman times. If you imagine Rome was in the middle of the Mediterranean, and they assumed that the Mediterranean was the perfect climate for the superior race, or superior culture at the very least, to form, because it's the correct levels of hot and cold. And in the northern parts of the world, for the Germanic tribes, the Britannian tribes, because it was cold, it made their thinking less good, but they made their bodies better. So they were able to fight good, but they weren't able to think good, so they could make great cultures. Whereas if you went down south towards the northern areas of Africa, it made their brains big but their bodies small. So they were able to make great cultures, but they weren't great fighting people. And I'm getting those kinds of vibes from Measurehead with the whole... Oh, well, Kim is clever, but he's not all that good. Anyway, we're going to punch him in the head and try and see how it works.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Oh no, we don't need this. I'm a cop.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
Now, we've only got 1 health left, so we might have to succumb to this. But We've still got alcohol in our system. We are violent. We are drunk. I mean, I'm drunk at the moment. We'll come back, goddammit. We will come back. We will absolutely slay this dickhead. So I am a violent drunk.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Okay, fair enough.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
His gaze wanders over the whirling roofs to the yard. Okay then, Mr. Measurehead, with your big old thinking things and your racism, let's we'll solve that. Kim Kurtzuraga's got something to say to us, so we'll talk to him.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hug.
Yeah, to be fair, maybe we're a little bit overdramatic there. How would we react to this? How else are we going to get through those gates?
There must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here.
Okay, let's see the yard again. Alright, fine, I won't do it again.
Let's think of something else.
Yeah, we don't need Measurehead. You know, he's a knob in the grand scheme of things. We'll go back to the yard. I assume the yard meaning the area behind the Whirling in Rags. There might be something around this area. In fact, it might even be the boards that we couldn't quite get past. Well, mind you, hold on, but before we go too far in there. Oh, I can't click over here. So, okay, right. So what check was this?
An inconspicuous.
This was a perception. So, if I was spare thing over here, if we upgrade perception, accept changes and close,
an inconspicuous
give it another go
of the roofing material because it's
bugger.
Well-laid pallets. It reveals no secrets.
Okay, so this area is currently closed to us at the moment. So, I remember that we were, before we came to talk to the corpse over, hold on, the corpse over yonder, there was a woman on the radio that we could talk to. So we'll talk to the radio. But I think the footsteps over here were perception as well. Let's just have a quick look.
There are several footprints in the mud left by.
Oh no, that was visual calculus. Okay, well, we'll leave that. We'll talk to the woman on the radio. If you don't remember from last episode, there was a woman that the main bar manager talked about who left on the night of the murder. So we'll see if we can talk to her.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need you to contact me to a civilian, Sylvia. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gart give you Civilia's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through the static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
Ah, that's a tale as old as time for my work. You quit your job at the Whirling something. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Oh, shit. Okay. Wait, why are you not comfortable discussing it with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from who?
You know whom.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
You mean me? You need to get away from me?
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
Alright, I won't push this on. I won't push you on this. Are you ever going... are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the corpse.
What does the union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
Wait, Kim, lower your microphone. Is she speaking truth? The union is the law around here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
Okay. Won't push on just yet. Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Okay, alright, fair enough. Tell me exactly, did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
Oh, authority, that might be potentially a little bit too far for me.
No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
Like, we know it's probably the dock workers. We probably know that's the case. I mean, it might not be, but I'd rather not lose potential other information, something that we already know. So I see, don't worry about it, I understand.
You do? What else can I do for you?
Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Ah, gypsies, fair play.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
Have you seen my badge? Have you seen my gun? Let's she might have some answers to this.
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
Wait, how did you first learn I'm a police officer?
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and showed us your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore.
My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Not my uniform too. God, I should really look into that. Kim does have a uniform, and he seems real to me.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
That's a good point, Composure.
There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Alright, fair enough. Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
Oh, shit. I showed you my gun. When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
He stopped hesitantly, not sure if she should continue. And what? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, God. That is quite sad. How would one describe it? It's like, you know those people? From me talking to you, Percy, behind the screen, obviously we don't know each other, but I imagine we all know those people who are overly sarcastic. And they're overly, hey, oh, life is terrible, I should jump off a bridge. And maybe it's funny for the first joke. and maybe it's funny for the second joke. But the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, it's like, do you need help? You know? And that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this conversation here.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
Fuck. That's, good lord. Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
I should have killed myself. Why would I threaten to kill myself? Sylvie won't know the answer to these. I won't press her. Yeah, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
I mean, as sad as that is, yeah.
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Oh, so we might have pawned it. Okay, that's a good clue. Have you seen my policeman uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Ah, the disco things, yes. Okay, fair enough. I think I've got everything I need, thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
She's ready to hang up. Ah. Wait, why don't you seem angry with you? We need to empathise. Let's use our power of empathy to maybe potentially get there.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
Oh shit, so she quit because of us. Well, I mean, not because of us, but because of me, or vicariously the character we're playing as. The skua thing. What skua thing?
The stuffed bird. The great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Oh, but birds. I've got a personal affinity with penguins. You know, like everyone's got like an animal that they really, really love. My animal is penguins, and I know skuas aren't penguins, but like birds, man. I've got a thing about birds. God, why do I always end up screwing everything up?
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
So you're telling me that I was the one who made you quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on. I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Hold on. Which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Oh, that might have been the song that we found in our apartment. Well, not the apartment, but our hotel room at the beginning of the game. That's sad there, because songs are important. I mean, I've got a music degree. That my background is music, and music's very important to me. And ruining song for someone else, that's a shit thing. So sorry about the song.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room, your project, an experiment to see how bad it can get in there.
Ooh, is this a reference to when we called the police station, and the chap who we called said that I don't want to get better, I want to get worse? Is this our project to see how bad things can get?
I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you scream something about how you're a piece of shit human being and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that.
I'm sorry.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Wait, police documents?
The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
What happened to them?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Resentment gives way to the concern in her voice.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
God. Yeah, what did she said earlier about ruining songs? And then you're screaming about something, how you are a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? They'd fire yourself, but you couldn't even do that. Like, it's like, oh, look at me, I'm being a terrible person, and I would stop myself from being a terrible human being, but I can't even do that. And it's, I mean, I'm quite drunk at the moment, so I can't quite articulate my points of view, but like, I've known a couple of people who say to themselves, hey, I'm a bad person, and someone else should stop me from being a bad person. And if only someone else could stop me from doing bad things, I'd be a lot better. Not taking ownership of their own actions. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this conversation here. God, I'm truly sorry for everything, Sylvie.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
Well, that's the thing, like, when we've done so much damage to someone, no matter how many times you say sorry, no matter how profusely or how intensely you say sorry, in fact, even actually saying sorry to someone, it makes it worse. You just need to leave them alone, knowing full well that bridge is purely and totally burnt, and just move on with the rest of your life, knowing full well that you've damaged that person. There's nothing you can do to fix it. So, yeah. Right, thank you for talking to me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Okay, right. Alice, right. Could you run a serial number for the from the pair of armor boots for me? So remember from last episode there was some boots from the Hanging Man. I've got a serial number from them, so we'll run that number.
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
That number, E50 100 1000. The make and model of the arm is Fairweather T500VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Okay,
The
tomorrow.
International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Cool. Well, we've talked to her, so we'll end the radio conversation.
57, over and out.
Her voice disappears into the void.
In the cabin, you see a
Right. Okay. We've done that.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait, there's copper types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Sorry, cop. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. I mean, we are British. We do say sorry quite often. Not nearly as much as Canadians, but they did learn it from us, didn't they?
Yes. Sorry, cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Whoa. It's not enthusiasm. It's that we've damaged people. So, no, we won't go for these other options. We'll just say that we're sorry.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info, or Maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
Hey, that would pay for a hotel room, to be fair.
That won't happen.
Oh, come on, logic. I know facts don't care about our feelings, but come on, logic. So, we're nearly at the end. Remember that Kim mentioned about on one of our missions, talking about, what was it, ask him about your case. So let's come about our case, and we'll end it here. But before we do that, we've got a thing that we need to do. What was it? We've got a we're like a little bump over here. Rigorous self-critique. You're one sorry piece of shit. A cop penitent. A flagellant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be grovelling at the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid evidence against yourself at a Mazorian show trial, or ripping the flesh from your back with cat o' nine tails. Whatever made you this way, you can be damn sure it was your own fault. Do it. Really criticise yourself. Who knows, you might uncover something of importance from your guilt-ridden past. And I get it. Self-criticism is a very, very important thing. But, like, that's a little bit too much for my gander. A little bit too much. And it gives a -1 authority for the next 6 hours. Well, we ain't going to roll with that. We ain't going to roll with that. We are our own man. We do our own thing. We've made our mistakes, and we earn it. Come on, Kim. Give us some information about the case.
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
He opens his notes. Brief, yes. That sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does this briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why don't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Go on then, hold on, and the RCM is...
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
Super useful. Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well done us for figuring that out. Can we go over the preliminary info again?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
Oh, shit, no, I'll wing it.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings.
Oh, we've that.
Okay,
sorry.
then. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
Sorry, we've been through all the information before. Okay, fair enough. It's not a mysterious case. There's a bunch of union people in it. If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being in on anything.
That's good.
You know what I'm on? I'm in on retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecile cop-off.
Pop off?
It's just stupidity.
The lieutenant shakes his head. What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so that's interesting. So, for the chaps and chapettes who have been part of this channel for quite some time, you'll know that I'm from a city called Hull in England. And Hull is a part of an area called the East Riding of Yorkshire. And I work with kids in schools and whatnot, and they've got like disabilities that help them. Also, not help them. It makes them have difficulty engaging in education. And depending on where they live, they go to different councils, and different councils have different rules on how much money they can have to get assistance in schools. So in Hull, they've got some rules. In East Yorkshire, they've got some rules. And sometimes the rules overlap, sometimes they don't. But generally what it means is that it makes it more complicated for kids to get the care and money that they need to be in school in a happy kind of way. I suppose that this is kind of a similar situation where you've got two different cop or police departments in a similar area that do the same thing, but because of slightly different rules, it makes it a little bit more complicated. So, okay, fair enough. So this is a struggle over who runs Martinet.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
Ooh, an orphan district. I do quite like that phrase. I might actually steal that phrase.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
Ah, okay. So you volunteered to spoil it?
Yes. I am an unrepentant spoilsport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. I do quite like that. What's special about Martinet?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
That's another thing about Hull specifically. The big major sport group in Hull. In fact, actually, literally, as this video has been recorded, last Wednesday I went to a place called Tiger's Lair, which is the main football club for my hometown Hull. And everyone who's there loves football, and it's amazing. Because, I mean, I don't give a shit about sport. I don't care about sport, I don't know about the rules of sport, but hearing other people talk about something that they're really passionate about, I just think that's just really bloody cool. So I've completely forgot what point I was going to make during this. I just hear things and from what Kim is saying, and I just think it's really, really cool. Anyway, I wonder what it says about me that I was sent by my station. He raises an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move. Oh god, there's a lot of options here. My unbelievable kill count? Nah, not quite as. There's no one conclusion. I'm the finest case solving machine? Probably not. An apocalyptic omen sent by my people. I'm going to leave why I was sent unspecified. Yeah, we're unspecified. We're the apologetic cops, aren't we?
The silence carries.
Ooh. Okay, enough of the competition then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Ooh, logic. Why did the 41st send me?
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to slight Precinct 57.
Oh, okay. They sent us because they wanted us to fail. What? No, that can't be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late and argues with his necktie. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck-up? Like it was a jerk.
I've considered it.
But it's not true, right?
I don't think I can say one way or another. I do think it's somewhat unlikely, though.
Why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Ah, Kim. Like, you're the father I never had. Right, we won't ask about the case again. I think you should know. I can't remember anything. Yeah, we're having an emotion. We're having a moment with Kim. So let's be honest with him.
No response. He just arches his brow.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
I mean, yeah, shit, yeah, because we're trying to solve a murder, and not all we've done, but a good chunk of what we've done has been talk about us. And from a professional point of view, even if you've got your own personal shit going on, you've still got to do what you've been hired to do to make the world work, I guess. But completely lacking in basic information about even the organisation we're in. No, but we don't. We know roughly that we've been sent here to solve a crime. Is that not all that matters? So no, I'm not going to pester with any of this. Fine, let it be.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
That's fair. Sometimes when you've got your own problems, the best thing to do is focus on other people's problems, and by fixing their problems, you learn your own ways to fix your own. Yeah, okay, forget it.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Well, what better together if we have more rapport?
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You don't look like other people around here. But no, I'm not going to ask him about that because, like we've already talked about that before. He was here before loads of other people. He's just part of the community, so I'm not going to talk about him. Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow.
To be fair, that stance right there, don't blame him.
The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you. It's like you're locked down.
Hey, I won't fight over Kim's eyebrows. Give up, there's nothing you can do.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Yeah, fair enough.
The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
I get it. You're one of those old school detectives.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place.
Ah, so here's an interesting thing. So I mentioned already in this one episode that I work in a school. And I work with a wonderful, beautiful, amazing woman called Barbara. And she's like 50, 55 years old. And she does everything by a notebook. Like, if you say something to her, she'll write it in a notebook. And that's how she works. Whereas for me personally, I don't write anything down. I basically sit down at my desk in my office, or I sit down in a classroom and stuff like that, and I basically look around me and figure out what I need to do in the moment. Whereas Barbara is very much a, what should I do in the grand scheme of things? And I think that's maybe what's going on here, in the sense that, because, you know, obviously, when you've got a team working together, you know, people have different brains to make it work. And some people have their brains in the big picture, and some people have their brains in the here and now. And maybe, I don't know if that's the case here, right now in this game, but that's the kind of vibe I'm getting here.
We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Absolutely, there we go, brilliant. That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
He's following me, but we know why he's following us, because obviously it's part of the game, innit? So nothing, leave. Okay, now boys and girls, I feel like as if we've made no progress. We've not got the body down. We've not succeeded in anything, but we have learnt more about ourselves as people, and isn't that the main thing? So we'll carry this incredible journey on in the future. Like I always say, if you want to throw us a subscribe, throw some likes, all that jazz, it'd be amazing. I know that I do some Warhammer content here, and this is like a bit of an offshoot thing. But if this is your vibe, please do feel free to throw us all the bits and bobs. And yeah, my name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure always, never short. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.